Stars break franchise record.
Cooper Flag is back.
Talk about it after the whistle. Welcome to the Intermission podcast. I'm Fabian. That's Isaiah. We're a Dallas sports podcast. Let's talk about the Dallas Stars. Like I said, we're on a 10-game or franchise record win streak. 10-game win streak. Amazing and beautiful, if I might say so myself. We went into the Olympic break with a 6-game win streak. That happened after I was begging the hockey gods and the Dallas Stars to do so. That felt good. Obviously, then we had the big Olympic break, and since coming back, we've won 4 straight games. And we've been playing pretty dang well. Obviously, this last week we had 3 games. And especially these last 2 big wombo combo bangers in Canada, in our little Canada road trip. It feels good. You know what? I'll tell you, it feels good. The 6 games going into the Olympic break, obviously won them. I believe it was 2 overtime games and 3 games we won in the literal last minute. So I was a little shaky, if you recall. Going into the Olympic break, I was like, great, we won those games. We needed those points. I didn't love how we won them, especially because we let them into games late. But since coming back from the Olympic break, it's been a lot different. Beat Seattle 4-1, pretty dominant fashion. Again, it was a really slow first period as we were coming back from the Olympic break for both teams, but then we took control of the game at the towards the end of the first period. We scored our first goal. That was last week. Then we played Nashville, which was a very close game and a very good game. We won in overtime 3-2. So that one went to overtime as well, but it was a really good game. And then we destroyed Vancouver and Calgary, both 6-1 in Canada. And starting tonight at 7 p.m., we start a 6-game homestand with starting with a game against the Colorado Avalanche, obviously. First in our division, first in the NHL. Kind of spooky, but it's exciting. I mean, if this is if we can win tonight, keep that franchise win streak going, it'll feel really good. It'd be really good. First time winning double-digit wins in a row, and we've made up a lot of ground. Obviously, we fell behind the Wild for a little while. We're back to 3 points ahead of them, and we want to keep stay ahead of them, obviously. So. Yeah, I mean, it's an important game tonight against the Avalanche, and it's going to be a really, really good game. It's at home. Yeah.
Should be an exciting game.
Should be, yeah. On this win streak, the Duchesne Ben steal, again, which were players that I was complaining about before this win streak. And then they shifted up the lines a little bit. But Duchesne, Ben, and Steele have honestly been a big reason for this win streak. Obviously, we have our usual contenders in Robertson and Johnston. Johnston's continue to be a great force on the power play. Rantanen's injured right now. So he, especially these last 4 games, he hasn't really contributed, but he was a little silent going into the Olympic break as well. So, again, we're doing this without Rantanen and without Sagan, who officially is now out for the rest of the season. But they said that he's going to stay, what's the word I'm looking for? Not active.
Involved
with the team. So he's going to be there coaching boys up as a vet. So I definitely want to see that. And happy to hear it. But sucks that he's going to be out. But that cleared up some cap space since he went on long-term injury reserve. And we ended up making some trades later in the week. But that's definitely unfortunate. Yeah. Do I have any other notes on our win streak? You got anything about the win streak?
I mean, it's definitely cool to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's definitely
As
right.
fans, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely cool to see your team go win like that.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
teams that they should be winning against. I'm just glad. I'm just glad they were able to win it without going to overtime again.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, definitely being able to dominate those two teams feels real good. Neither of them are great teams, but we're supposed to beat teams like that. And again, we dominated them in ways we really hadn't so far in the win streak.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least, yeah.
Yeah, because I'd be a little worried if they were like tied 1-1 the whole game.
Yeah, but that wasn't the case. And so we're taking this huge win streak momentum into this game with Colorado, but also the last two games, which were, I would say, the best games of the win streak so far. Talking about full, complete game wise.
Yeah.
Where I feel like maybe we've had better periods throughout other games, but as a complete game, really solid games. These last two, so that's good to see. But like I said, we made some trades after clearing up that Sagan cap space. We traded for Tyler Myers. Is that his name?
Yep.
Tyler Myers. Give me 1 second. A defenseman from the Canucks. We traded our 2027 second, 2029 fourth, for him, as well as Vancouver is retaining 50% of the remaining contract, so we're not even paying his full salary. He's a good defenseman, good depth piece. Expect to play along Bischel. He's going to be the first Texas-born player to play for the Dallas Stars. But yeah, he's a tall defenseman, similar to Bischel, and he's expected to play alongside Bischel in that sort of defensive pair with that defensive line, that defensive pairing. I don't know if he's here for tonight's game, actually. I'll double check that here in a little bit. But a really good depth piece add. He's a quality defender, so just a good to stabilize the defense a little bit more, and especially get that depth, which is something that we touched on, where we really, when we were having those struggles closing out games, because I feel like our defensemen were getting extra used, I guess, and so it's good to add that depth.
They're getting tired.
Yeah. So definitely a good ad, I think. And again, we gave up a second and a fourth, and aren't even paying his full salary. Great trade, honestly, by Jim Nill. Good job. And then we also traded for Michael Bunting, and all we traded for him was Seattle's 2026 third round pick. Straight up, the pick we received from Seattle in the Mitch Marner trade, I want to say. And we got Michael Bunting, who's a forward from the Nashville Predators. He's not a star forward, but
well, he's a star now.
Yeah, exactly. He's a star now. No, but it's definitely a move to try to fill, this little space that Sagan left. I don't think he's going to be as good, obviously, especially with the season, the way Sagan started the season. But sort of get another forward in there, especially with Rantanen out also, which it looks like he's going to be out for a little bit more time than expected. Just get another forward in there, and he is a quality free forward, obviously, but like I said, just not a star. I believe he's got maybe 20 a season. So it's not bad. Not bad trade at all. Again, you're not giving up a lot. It's a great ad for this little playoff push we're making, and yeah. And again, it fills the slots of one Sagan and two right now Rantanen, so to sort of maintain some stability in the forward room, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, and he's been having a pretty decent season this season, so good ad.
Mm-hmm. These players both sound like that they should fit pretty well with the team.
I think so. I think that they're gonna. We'll plug in. If we'll find where they fit in the line, and what line they fit in. Again, it seems like they're ready to slot Myers in with Bischel, make him the little twin towers over there on defense. They're both like 6'5" at least. I don't know how tall they are, but they're tall as heck. And we'll see where Bunting fits in, but I expect him to find his place. So it's exciting, very exciting. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, huge game tonight against the Avalanche to start a 6-game homestand. The Avalanche, again, obviously, especially towards the start of the season, were at a very historic pace, have slowed down just a little bit, but are still winning, with a large majority of the games, 41-10-9. So, they're a really good team. It's going to be a really good game. And they've won their last couple of games as well, including their last win, again, 5-1 win against Anaheim. So they're in form. And again, it's just going to be an exciting game to watch. I think one of the major things is going to be in tonight's game is going to be that special teams, that power play penalty kill. That Colorado Avalanche has a really good penalty kill, and ours isn't terrible, but it's nowhere near as good as theirs. So it's about limiting their power plays and taking advantage of ours, which we've been really good about, especially on both sides. Our penalty kill has been a lot better, especially coming back from the Olympic break. And so hopefully we can take advantage of that. It'll be an exciting game. If we win tonight, again, we got 5 more games at home. The Blackhawks, we play them Sunday. They're 23-28-10. Not doing good this season. They haven't been doing good the last 5 seasons. I think 4, maybe, if we're being exact. Last 4 or 5 seasons, they haven't really been good. So we can go in there. We can win this game against the Avalanche. We should. It's a pretty much should win against Chicago. The Golden Knights are always tough for whatever reason. They're always decent at least. They're going to come in on Tuesday, but still a very winnable game. Edmonton, same sort of story. Obviously McDavid and them come in can be scary, but this season they're 30-24-8. Still very, very winnable game there, especially because I believe they struggled a little bit recently. Yeah, recently they struggled a little bit, as in last week. They had a really rough week, so definitely if we get through the Colorado, these next, we could win a couple more games, So this is the major roadblock to what could be a very, very impressive homestand.
And to add on to the history of winning.
And to add on to that, yeah, exactly. Prediction. Who scores the first goal for tonight's game?
Avalanche.
Avalanche?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but if the other team scores, the Stars start playing way better.
Yeah, we've been. We've been playing good, especially last 4 games better, complete games. But the second period has been our bread and butter. We've outscored our opponents by a lot in the second period. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Avalanche do score first. But they've won almost all of the games they've scored first, so I'd rather them not.
Well, then that streak ends tonight.
I don't know if. Okay, so it looks like. I don't know. Let me see. Talk for a little bit, Isaiah. Uh-oh.
This game is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
What, like one of the toughest games right now? I'm pretty sure you said that already, though.
Yeah, definitely. I know that Bunting more than likely isn't active tonight, as it was that trade was only less than 24 hours ago. But Tyler Myers was a couple days ago, so I don't know. Yeah, he's expected to be in the lineup tonight if all goes well, so we'll have that added defensive depth. We'll see how he plays. Obviously, he'll probably play limited minutes if he does play because he's had less practice time with the team. But you need a little bit less time if you're playing defense because general idea is the same no matter what team you're on. But yeah, so we'll see if how he does there. I'm pretty sure Bunting isn't going to be with the team tonight. But he'll get here on this homestand at some point, and we'll see how they slot in there. Exciting stuff. Genuinely. And we'll see. I predict the first goal scorer is going to be Harley after he's had it a little rough the last 4 games coming back from Olympic break, winning silver. If he's not injured. I don't believe he's injured. Yeah, he's not injured. Harley's going to get himself the first goal of the game tonight. That's my prediction. Have himself a game. But yeah. I think that's the Stars. I believe. Watch the game tonight, definitely. Yeah.
It'd be really good.
What do you got for me? What's next, Isaiah?
Well, the Mavericks are next. I'm gonna try to talk about them not as quickly, but the Mavericks played like 4 games this week
As succinctly.
and lost all of them.
Yeah, we sure did.
I told you it was gonna be the start of the new losing streak.
Yeah.
They lost last Friday against the Grizzlies, 124-105. From the starters, it seems to be like starters had a pretty decent game. Almost every starter but one scored double-digit points.
Right.
Then on Sunday, the game that I kind of thought the Mavericks were going to get blown out was against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And they kind of did. They lost 100-87.
Mm-hmm.
That game was all Thunder, though.
Yeah. It was also like our first game in like 15 games, I think it said, that we didn't score at least 100. So, tough.
Yeah. It's tough to be a Maverick fan right now.
It is.
But I guess people are excited because the college players coming up.
Tank. Put the Instagram gif. The tank.
Yeah, at least they're not looking like they're trying to lose on purpose.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Then on Tuesday, the Mavericks played the Charlotte Hornets, and they lost 117-90. These last 3 games, Cooper Flag was not back. He was still sitting out. due to his ankle. But Cooper Flag did come back against the Orlando Magic,
Sure did.
and in that game, he reached 1,000 points,
Yeah.
200 rebounds, and assists, I think, also. But that was like his 50th game, tying Luka for like the fastest,
Mav to 1,000 points.
fastest Mav to 1,000, to 1,000 points. He definitely could have gotten there a whole lot faster if he played in some of the games that he missed.
Right.
But I think that's a good sign to see that he's not just a stat pattern. That he actually likes the game of basketball, and he'll come back out when he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're good, bro.
I think this game ended up being like a really good game. The Mavericks only lost by 1 point.
Yeah. The last second little, I think it was a dunk.
Yeah, they lost 115 to 114.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing people say that the last play should have been a foul, and the Mavericks should have shot free throws.
Right.
But when I saw it, I just think Cooper Flag just tried to sell it instead of going with the play.
Right.
So I kind of didn't like that. But I mean, still ended up being a pretty good game, I guess.
Yeah.
During this week though, the Mavs waived Tyus Jones.
Mm-hmm. And Miles Kelly.
Yes. Kind of sucks to see Miles Kelly go because
Yeah. We had hopes for him in the preseason.
But with those waves, they made room for Ryan Emhard to sign an official NBA contract with the Mavericks for 2 years, and that is definitely good to see.
Yeah.
I like Ryan Emhard. Definitely better than Tyus Jones. Even though I thought Tyus Jones could have possibly maybe done something with the Mavericks, he didn't. Just he was like another Caleb Martin on the team.
Yeah, kind of. That's a good descriptor.
The Mavericks signed somebody else too.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to say his last name.
What do you mean? It's
But he's on a 2-way deal.
yes, just for more depth.
Yeah.
John Pulakaitis. And if that's wrong,
Blame Fabian.
yeah, I guess I can't blame you.
But I mean, other than that, the Mavericks have still been the Mavericks. I hate how I sound right now. Yeah, it just sucks. The Mavericks today have a really tough game.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight they played the Celtics. The Celtics have the complete opposite of the record the Mavericks have right now.
Yeah.
The Celtics are 41-21, and the Mavericks are 21-41. But I mean, almost every game that I expect the Mavericks to lose, like really bad, it ends up being a pretty close game during the game, and then they get blown out fourth quarter. With that being said, the Mavericks are still going to lose against the Celtics.
Yeah, definitely.
Then on Sunday, the Mavericks play the Raptors. I'm actually pretty sure the Mavericks can actually win that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with Cooper Flag being back and Ryan Emhard.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Mavericks are going to be able to win against the Raptors. Then on Tuesday, the Mavericks play the Atlanta Hawks. I want to say they win against the Hawks, but I think they do end up falling short.
Yeah.
And then for the last game of the week, the Mavericks played the Grizzlies again.
So we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just tough scenes right now for the Mavs. Pretty much where we're expected right now, especially after that injury break. I think Con Knipple is ahead in Rookie of the Year expectancy. So that's really the only thing
We
going
have
on right now of significance.
yeah, the only exciting thing to watch right now,
Yeah,
which is the whole point I made last week,
yeah,
and then Cooper Flag sat out a whole week.
yeah. Um, but yeah, it's just one Cooper Flag, seeing if he can get that Rookie of the Year, and then other than that, it's just developing our young guys. That's all we're looking for right now.
Yeah,
So
and it's Cooper and Ryan's rookie season, so not so like all the blame shouldn't be fully on the rookies.
I don't think any of it should be on the rookies. We don't have much of a team outside of them, and we either traded away what was around them, or what is gonna be around them is injured. I mean, for the most part, a significant number of our players are gone or injured.
Yeah,
So
I just mean they still got some veterans on the team
yeah,
that should be making good plays,
yeah,
but
but
still make bad
they're not
plays.
veterans that are expected to win games
Yeah, but
like
they're
that.
veterans to make the right play.
I guess. I suppose. I guess.
Because I mean, Najee Marshall's been playing really well.
Yeah, he has.
I think these last few games he's taken a step back.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I kind of expect that, especially with how well he's been playing for like a few games in a row. But I think with Cooper Flag back and Ryan Nembhard back, they'll be able to unleash Najee again.
Yeah, hopefully.
Chris Middleton's actually been doing pretty well still.
Yeah, he's been doing decent. Bagley's had himself a couple of okay games.
Yeah, still, I still like him on the Mavericks.
Yeah. But, like, good depth pieces. They're not
Yeah,
people that are going to go win you games, or at least not a lot of games, which is what's happening right now. Nobody's super angry. It's just that part of the rebuild. Again, hopefully, it'll be a very short rebuild.
yeah.
And we have the pieces for it to be that way. So let's take advantage of the fact that we do. And it seems like, again, the way we're setting ourselves up, it seems like they're ready to do that, to take advantage of the pieces we have and make sure this rebuild doesn't take forever, that Cooper Flag doesn't become the Mike Trout of basketball.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it all looks like they're going in the right direction, but I'm pretty sure they still haven't named the general manager. Right? They still got those two interim.
Yeah, they have the two co-interim.
Yeah.
But they're doing a decent job. Maybe they just stay co-interim GMs, you know?
Yeah, I actually wouldn't be surprised if those are our...
One of them is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two or one of them will fully be the manager.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But that's the Mavericks. The Mavericks segment will now be the sad segment going forward. Or the disappointed segment.
Yeah.
The sadness is gone. Isaiah will not be on the floor anytime soon. He will merely be downcast. But that's the
But that's the Mavericks.
That's the Mavericks. Let's go into other news. Other news. The Rangers signed Andrew McCutchen, former MVP, and because of how bad our designated hitter situation is, people think he might actually play. That they think, oh, what if? Because he's still a decent hitter, and at the very least, so people think he might actually play. And we'd have Jock Peterson against right-handed pitchers and Andrew McCutcheon against left-handed pitchers because they're really good against that, and then they're not as good against the other thing. But I mean, now if that works, I'd be happy with it. I'd be happy it works if that works. I'd rather just have a good DH around permanently, and we wouldn't have to be using older, out of their prime. I don't want to say washed, but I mean, I might throw that word to Jock Peterson if he has another bad season. But I don't want to throw it to Andrew McCutcheon yet. Last season he did pretty decent. I don't want to say wash, but out of their prime vets, I'd rather not just juggle them around for a while. I want to get a serious bat at that position. So, but it's something that happened, and we'll see if that is the plan or not. If that becomes a viable option, we'll see. Other than that, spring training still chugging along. Nothing major, huge, guys. The other news, the Cowboys, Cowboys news. Our ex-defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, signed with the 49ers as their assistant head coach of defense, which is different from defensive coordinator. I'm 90% sure.
I didn't even know that was a position. Dude.
Yeah. So I'm not 100% sure what his job's going to be. Something defense related, but I'm pretty sure
he's the defensive water boy.
Unless they, for some reason, because multiple places I saw said this assistant head coach of defense, not defensive coordinator. So
yeah,
unless for some reason people just started calling defensive coordinator that, which I'm pretty sure they didn't. I don't know what this position is, but
maybe the Niners felt so bad for him that they put him as assistant.
They just gave him a title with defense in the name. He's just gonna sit there.
Yeah, he's gonna sit there and they're gonna tell him to take notes.
It's not like he's part of the team. It's not like he has a history with the Niners. Anything significant, at least.
I mean, they're trying to develop their coaches,
I suppose. Other news. We still have the Wings have a couple players. They played in the unrivaled postseason.
Oh yeah.
So that was kind of cool. That league's going strong. That's kind of cool. There it is. But other news that I actually want to talk about. No offense to the Wings, but they're just playing unrivaled, and the draft got pushed back a little bit because of talks and stuff. Whatever. Actually, other news. The World Baseball Classic is going on right now. Already, a couple teams have played. Australia is 2-0, having beaten. They beat Taiwan and the Czech Republic. They're already 2-0. Japan this morning beat Taiwan 13-0 run rule. That was kind of crazy. Shohei Ohtani went off. Right now, should be going on is the Cuba-Panama game. Should be going on right now. And the Netherlands-Venezuela game also. And then tonight, the U.S. plays Brazil at 8 p.m. So, yeah. If you're a fan of baseball, I mean, I'm at least going to watch that U.S. game. I'm checking up on all the other ones. Looks like Ronald Acuna got an RBI earlier today. Yoan Moncada hit a 2-run home run. So, that's happening right now. Not when this is posted, but right now when we're recording. But yeah, U.S. game tonight against Brazil. Definitely check that out. That's cool. Yeah. Uh, what else we got? Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. If you made it this far, comment.
Sorry for being sick.
Sorry for
Nah,
being sick. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on the socials. I know I say this every time and then I don't do it. We'll try to post a little bit more content on there. Maybe try to post a little bit more long form videos. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy. And shout out Matt Eberflus, I guess. Catch you later.